So our topic for today is word stress. But first, let's identify the objectives. First, to determine the correct position of both primary and secondary stress in words with two or more syllables. Second, to pronounce words correctly following the rules in word stress. And now, let's enumerate the importance of stress. First, is one of the most important features of the English language. Second, the location of the stress must be learned with a word. Third, a stress on the wrong syllable of a word may mean another meaning of the word other than what the speaker intended. Fourth, may also mean being totally misunderstood by the listener. Fifth, stress also gives character and rhythm to a word. And lastly, the location of the stress may change the pronunciation of certain vowels. For example, whether an A is to be pronounced as E or A. This time, let's define stress. So, another name for it is accent. When a syllable is stressed or accented, we pronounce it with more force than the surrounding syllables so that the syllable stands out in the environment of other syllables. The stressed syllable of a word is said with more emphasis, with a louder voice, with a higher pitch, and with a longer pause or duration. For example, in the word Catholic, the first syllable is stressed, Catholic. Notice that the accent mark is placed on the top of the vowel sound of the syllable, not on the consonant nor at the end of the syllable. Oftentimes, there are two stressed syllables. This happened when word is long. However, one stress is called the primary accent, is more prominent than the other. The second stress is less prominent and called the secondary accent.
Example: understand, classmate, biology, contribution, economical. Unstressed syllables. The vowels of unstressed syllable almost always has one of two sounds, either a or less frequently l. See examples below. Word stress rules. The dictionary is the biggest help in determining where the stress should fall in a word. However, Clifford Brother Jr. in his book Manual of American English Pronunciation made certain observations that should be of help to the student whose native tongue is not English.
Here are some of his observations. Number 1. The great majority, at least 3 out of 4 of two-syllable words are accented on the first syllable. Examples: eager, storeroom, never, freckle. Language. Number 2. Compound expressions. A compound nouns ordinarily have a primary accent on the first component and a secondary accent on the second component. Examples: landowner, drugstore, classroom, flagpole, college dean. Letter B. With compound verbs, the reverse is true. There is usually a secondary accent on the first component and a primary accent on the second. Examples: overlook, pick up, bring back, underline, go out. Letter C. In the intensive, reflexive pronouns, the stronger accent also falls in the last syllable. Examples: myself, themselves, himself, yourself, ourselves. Letter D. Numbers ending in teen may receive the stress on either syllable, but it is better for the student learning English as a second language to stress them always on the last syllable so as to distinguish clearly between 30 and 13, 40 and 14. Examples: 50, 15, 60, 16, 70, 17, 80, 18.
Here are some of his observations. Number 3. A large group of words, which may be used either as nouns or verbs, have a difference in stress to indicate the difference in usage. In all such cases, the noun is accented on the first syllable and the verb on the second. Number 4. In general, when a suffix is added to a word, the new form stress on the same syllables as was the basic words. See example below. English words with foreign origin. Oftentimes, English words with foreign origin pose problems in the matter of stress and pronunciation. To give you confidence when using these words, some are given below. The blending of words. Here are the objectives. Number 1. To identify words in the sentence that needs to be stressed and unstressed. And number 2, to read a sentence, sentences, or paragraph following the correct cadence or rhythm. Blending of words are consist of stressing and unstressing. Earlier, you learned that monosyllabic words are stressed when spoken in isolation and that polysyllabic words have only one primary stress. Our knowledge of stress must, however, go beyond words because we do not really talk in words most of the time, but in sentences or at least phrases. In normal connected speech, words flow along smoothly with each other in an uninterrupted fashion, such that one word seems to merge with the next without any pause at all, resulting in a single breath unit. Saying words as a breath unit and then hearing them as a single thought group is the process of blending words.
Which words should be stressed? Words are divided into two classes. Number 1, content words, which have meaning in themselves like literature, professor, and exciting. Number 2, function words, which have little or no meaning other than the grammatical idea they express, such as the, at, shall. In general, content words are stressed, but function words are left unstressed, unless the speaker wishes the call special attention to them. Content words usually stressed include number 1, nouns, number 2, verbs, with a few exceptions listed under function words. Number 3, adjectives. Number 4, adverbs. Number 5, demonstratives. Example, this, that, this, those. Number 6, interrogatives. Who, what, why, etc. Function words usually unstressed include number 1, articles. Example, the, a, an. Number 2, prepositions. Example, at, and, to, of, etc. Number 3, personal pronouns. Example, I, she, they, him, it, etc. Number 4, possessive adjectives. Her, their, may, its, your, etc. Number 5, relative pronouns. Example, who, which, they, whom. Number 6, common conjunction. Example, and, as, if, but, or. Number 7, one used as a noun. Substitute, as in the brown shoes and the black one. Number 8, the verbs be. Example, have, will, can, would, shall, could, do, may, might, and must. These are verbs which may be used as auxiliaries. You should evaluate it. They are performing now, even when they are the principal verb in the sentence. They are usually unstressed. The concert was beautiful. Pilar has an amiable personality. On the other hand, they are stressed when they come at the end of the sentence. Better study while you can. and when they are used in reiterative expression, good speech is an asset, isn't it?
Word transcription and reading of transcribed words is another topics we are going to tackle about. First, let's identify its objectives. 1. To transcribe words accurately. 2. To spell out transcribed words into traditional spelling correctly. And now, here are the list of topics we are going to discuss. First, the transcription of words. Second, why is phonetic transcription important? Third, rules to remember in the transcription of words.
The transcription of words. To transcribe a word is to write a symbol of the sounds that are heard when you pronounce the word. The common spelling of a word is not a reliable guide to its transcription and pronunciation. Example: when you pronounce the word eight, only two sounds are heard, the E and T, E and T. Thus, eight or eight is transcribed as ET or eight, et. Other examples are below. Example: when. Notice the H comes before W. H. Notice the G is pronounced as J. Kernel. Notice the L is pronounced as R. Bread. Notice the silent D before the. The thing. Notice the NG has only one symbol. Chalk. Notice the silent L. Laugh. Notice the pronunciation of AU and GH.
Number 2. Why is phonetic transcription important? The principal reason for using phonetic transcription is easily stated. When we transcribe a word or an utterance, we give a direct specification of its pronunciation. If ordinary spelling reliably indicated actual pronunciation, phonetic transcription might be unnecessary, but often it does not. Rules to remember in the transcription of words. Number 1. Symbols should be printed rather than written cursively. Number 2. The phonetic transcription should always be enclosed in brackets to differentiate them from words spelled out in the traditional manner.
Rules to remember in the transcription of words. The transcription must represent all the sounds heard when the words are spoken. Do not be misled with the spelling of a word. Example, for should. Number 4. Two words may be spelled differently but pronounced in the same way. Example, for sun and sun. Number 5. Some words are spelled in the same way but pronounced differently. For bow, to bend one's head. For bow meaning a ribbon. Number 6. Words spelled with double letters are transcribed using only the symbol for one sound. Example, for writing.
Rules to remember in the transcription of words. Number 7. Words may be capitalized in their traditional spelling but do not use capital letters in transcription. Example, God for God. Number 8. Some symbols in the IPA are also Roman letters, but when a letter is used as a symbol, it has the same sound always. G, always like the G in good, never like the G in George. Y, always a consonant as in youth, never vowel as in city. H, always pronounced as in home. Number 9. Usually X is transcribed as X as in fix or exam as in exam. Number 10. The combination of Q and U is transcribed as qua as in quick and queen as in queen.
Rules to remember in the transcription of words. Number 11. Other consonant symbols such as S in sheep and the in mother and th and thing are spelled with two letters but transcribed using only one symbol. However, the J has two letters although it stands for only one sound, as in the letter J in janitor. Thank you! Do you have any questions?